You snap your fingers and every single person in the world disappears. You are the only one left. And what do? You can take whatever you want, eat whatever you find on the shelf in your store, live in any apartment you want, and drive any car you find on the street. However, the environment would become a bit hostile pretty soon due to the collapse of unmanned factory facilities and power plants. Would you manage to survive in such a world? Before we dive into the danger, let us take a moment to see with the strange, happy freedom of it all. Everything humanity ever created or built is yours now. You don't need to ask, pay, or even think twice. Want to drive the fastest car ever made? Take it a fancy living in your penthouse overlooking the skyline. The key is already in your hand. You can go anywhere, do anything, take whatever your heart desires. No boss, no deadlines, no responsibilities. There is no one left to answer to, no one to care for, no one to judge or hold your community. It's just you now. Feel free every commitment and constant that ever held you back once. The initial shock of being the last person on earth begins to set reality sets in. Before settles the reality, if you don't subscribe to my channel, just subscribe. Okay, let us go back to the video. Step 1. Enjoy the good things while you can. Go for the exotic fruits first. If your mangoes and bananas are imported from overseas, chances are they'll be hard to come by. So eat them while you can and enjoy every lost bite. Step 2. Find a secure source of fuel. You might think that with no one stopping you, you could go anywhere, but not so fast. Although submarine cars, boats, and planes you see lying around will be useless in about 2 years when the fuel goes stale. Yes, you have been sticking around, but for how long? Step 3. Find a place to live. Even if you have water, food, and shelter, or your basic needs, shelter would be the easiest to come by. You literally have a world of homes to choose from, but be careful where you settle down. Cities would become dangerous since without proper maintenance, they start to fall apart pretty quickly. Natural elements, rain, frost, and heat would take the toll. Road and mold would become widespread, and vegetarian would crack through concrete and break through glass. But even if you were to fight back against the natural reclamation of the land, all it takes is one bolt of lightning to start a citywide fire, and you can't call the fire department. So run for the hills. Step 4. Get yourself some protection. But even the country isn't all that safe. First of all, there are predators you need to defend against: wild dogs, cats, bears, lions, tigers. But you are only have to worry about them as long as the could still breathe. There are more than 400 nuclear power plants in the world, and once the automated safety systems begin to fail without human supervision, there could be meltdowns across the planet, rendering many regions simply uninhabitable. Step 5. Find some food. In terms of food, the city would be your best bet. Supermarkets have enough canned and frozen food to last you for decades, whereas in your country, crops and livestock would start to fade without proper care or protection from predators. But if nature is more your style, you have to go back to the old ways of hunting with a spear or a bow. Since ammunition would be limited and harder to come by, maybe you could grow your own little vegetable garden, but that would cut into your water resources. Step 6. It's all about the water. Without other humans, we will be without electricity. Water pumping stations and treatment works would shut down, and the fresh water kept in reservoirs would go stale quite quickly. You could rely on bottled water, and you probably have thousands of liters to go through, but eventually you have to learn how to purify your own. Step 7. Start learning. You have to teach yourself a lot of things, but luckily for you, you got a lot of time on your hands and millions of books out there with all the information you need to survive efficiently on your own. So, while it might be hard at first, you could technically survive as the last human on Earth. But would you really want to? Humans evolved together as social creatures in order to survive. We joined forces against hunger and harsh weather and build families and communities to share stories and empathize and keep each other happy and healthy. Human content has been significantly and scientifically proven to build trust and reduce stress. So while it's about to cramp your style to pre-glide a small world, we need to each other more than you think. If you like this video, just subscribe, like, share. Bye everyone.